So let's talk about how to make money on YouTube, and let's actually get into the details of the business of YouTube, because I want to let you know, YouTube is not a job, but it is work. Having a successful YouTube channel is about more than having a large number of views or subscribers, and the reality is that a lot of people aren't making the money that you might think they're making on YouTube just because they have a large audience. Today, what I really want to focus on is the business side of YouTube, how you make money, and also how to think of your YouTube channel as an actual business. So I'm gonna talk about some things that are rarely talked about. I'm gonna get into everything from how you make more money with Adsense, because I know some of you really care about that. And I'm also gonna get into something I think is more important. I'm gonna talk just a little bit about taxes and things YouTubers really need to know about that. I'm also gonna break down for you how much money you actually need in order to be a full-time creator on YouTube. So I've got about 7 major points that I wanna cover here, and you're gonna wanna stay tuned for all of them. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake, helping you create something awesome today. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you just happen to click on this video because it said how to make money on YouTube, first of all, welcome. My name is Roberto Blake. I'm a creative entrepreneur with a successful social media coaching business. I'm also a public speaker at events like Vid Summit and VidCon, and I help a lot of content creators through awesomecreatoracademy.com, which is my coaching business, to grow on YouTube. I've grown people from 0 to 100K, just like me. And today, what I really want to do is I want to help you focus on using your YouTube channel to make more money, but also to do that, you'll have to start thinking of it like an actual business. Now, if you're into that kind of thing, I have a lot of videos on this channel about entrepreneurship, marketing yourself, using social media platforms. I've done about 250 videos about how to grow a YouTube channel out of the 1,000 plus videos that I've done. So maybe you want to like, subscribe, share the videos, especially this one. Let's talk about going full-time on YouTube. I don't consider myself a full-time YouTuber, even though I make somebody's full-time income off of YouTube, because my primary income, what I choose to live off of, comes from my coaching business. That being said, I think that if you're gonna become a full-time YouTuber, you'd have to make 2 to 3 times as much money as you're making at your day job right now. And I'm gonna break down a couple of reasons why for you. See, YouTube isn't a job, which means that's not taxed the way a job is. And we'll get to that in a minute, but this is really important. Since YouTube is not taxed the way your regular 9-to-5 job is as an employee, there's a lot of things that you haven't considered. Like the fact that if you want healthcare coverage, or if you are somebody who has a spouse or children and they need healthcare coverage, then when you become a YouTuber, you're eating all of that cost. You're paying for that. So if you're gonna become a full-time YouTuber, you have to weigh that into the equation here. The other thing is, if you become a full-time YouTuber, then you're taxed differently. You might have noticed that you don't get a W-2 from YouTube. You're not an employee. They don't have any real obligations towards you. So one, the income is not stable. And then because you're getting a 1099 from YouTube and they're just paying you your AdSense earnings, they're not taxing that for you, which means that you owe the government, if you're in the United States, you owe the federal and state government some tax money out of those YouTube earnings every year. And it's not gonna be taxed the way your regular paycheck is. It's gonna be taxed a bit more in most cases. AdSense is not consistent. Even with my channel, on a good month, I do very well on AdSense. A really fantastic month where I do about 600K views can result in $5,000 in ad revenue. But I don't rely on that because I think of YouTube as a business. One of the most important things I do is I diversify that income, even the income directly related to the YouTube channel that's not part of the coaching business. And that comes in the form of brand deals, affiliate marketing, which are the links when you recommend something, you get a commission on those, and then the AdSense. And of course, there are other things in there like channel memberships or Patreon. Those don't really amount to nearly as much money as the other 3. So that's kind of what I focus on. And of course, there is merchandise. Diversifying and not relying on AdSense is one of the most important things that I can tell you, because you don't know what's gonna happen. YouTube can demonetize videos. They could actually take away your monetization altogether. There are things that even if YouTube does nothing, the advertisers could decide to do something like boycott, like we saw with what we call the adpocalypse. So when it comes to making money on YouTube, you have to diversify if you want to protect yourself. If you have all of your eggs in the Adsense basket, and you don't want to treat this like a business and you are still treating it like a hobby creator, but you're living off of it, that is dangerous. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, the good news is I've done a step-by-step guide, and it talks a lot about how you can make money on affiliate marketing. I do thousands of dollars, probably well over $5,000 a month on a bad month with regard to affiliate marketing. And so I would say that it's probably, when it comes to the YouTube revenue, my largest regular source of income, because again, this is about what's reliable. Brand deals obviously make the most money for a lot of content creators, myself included, but that's not necessarily something you're gonna get every single month. It's a large, lump sum payment, and they come around when they come around. So unless you have a talent agency working for you, or you have somebody whose sole job in your business is to get you brand deals, then that's not gonna be something that you can rely on. So again, you're back to leaning on AdSense unless you're doing something like affiliate marketing, or unless you have another business or you have a product to sell. Getting brand deals isn't always about your views. And sometimes you have to think about the simple fact that agencies are moving away from that. I work with marketing companies and agencies all the time, and they're moving away from validating you on your views. The views and the subscriber count might get their attention, but what you're gonna get out of that all comes down to negotiations. I've heard of channels with 1 million subscribers getting ripped on brand deals because they didn't understand the business and they don't know how to negotiate. In fact, I'm gonna do a dedicated video to how to understand your worth and your value and do better on brand deals. I also recommend that you check out Social Blue Book. They're not a sponsor, but full disclosure, I am an investor and an early adopter in Social Blue Book. In fact, I did a really cool interview with Shay Carl about Social Blue Book. I'll link that down in the description. But what I will tell you is figure out what you're worth and do that by talking to other content creators at your level and see how they're doing business. I think that some of you are not realizing that your advantage of being part of the YouTube community is that it is a community and content creators actually help each other. Because I believe in the spirit of collaboration, I'm being very transparent with you and I'm telling you things that I wish someone had told me. I had to learn this and figure it out. And thank God for my background as a freelancer. Thank God for my background as an entrepreneur, because it made a lot of this easy, because I've always treated this like a business. Now, I will be doing a completely dedicated video on brand deals, so you'll want to subscribe and hit notifications so that you get that video. It'll probably come out not that long after this video. But what I will say is, in the meantime, you should consider watching a video that I'm going to link up here in the info card and the description about negotiating, because I think a lot of you don't have the strength of doing negotiations and asking for what you're worth, because maybe you're coming from a position as an employee where you had no leverage and you don't know how to negotiate properly. So I really think that this video will help you make better deals when you approach sponsors. If you're a small YouTuber, I know that it feels great to get your first brand deal, and I know that that's something you're probably looking forward to. I remember when Lexar took a chance on me and they sent me $300 worth of merchandise to review. I remember when Western Digital took a chance on me and they sent me $200 worth of merchandise to review. Those were two of my first brand deals and product reviews on this channel. And I'm very grateful that those brands reached out to me, and I still have a good working relationship with Western Digital today. I actually am going to be reviewing something from them in Synology pretty soon. What I would tell you though is that I did those deals and I didn't try to do my first brand deals until I had over 30,000 subscribers. And I'm not telling you have to wait that long, but I am telling you that in the early days of your channel, cashing out early is a bad idea and you have really no leverage to negotiate with. So I would say that you're also probably not going to be great at negotiating and very business savvy early on. On average, there will be some of you who are exceptional at it. And so maybe you should hold off on waiting on getting those brand deals. If you are a smaller YouTuber and you have between 5,000 and 10,000 subscribers, then look at websites like FameBit and Grapevine Logic. if you are watching this and you're a larger content creator and you're watching this because you want to be more business savvy, I would encourage you to reach out and to work more with agencies and PR companies that represent brands, and you can get fantastic deals, and they typically can negotiate for higher rates than you can. Always ask what's in the budget and try to over deliver and find ways to just add more value. Like I said, I'll cover this in a dedicated video about sponsorships and brand deals. So again, make sure you're staying tuned for that and that you're subscribed. You're not gonna wanna miss that video if that's important to you, because I'm gonna talk about how to negotiate 5-figure and better brand deals, and it's gonna be important for you. Now, I know this is hard for some of you to get through because there's not enough jump cuts for you, there's not enough cinematic B-roll for you, but this is business. We're talking about business. I don't do all those fancy things because at the end of the day, you just need to know this stuff. And if I was having a business meeting with you, there are no jump cuts. So start thinking not only of your YouTube channel as a business, but actually consider, and again, not a lawyer here, but I would tell you that you should consider legitimizing your YouTube channel as a business. I think you should start a company with your YouTube channel being one of the assets of the company. That's at least what I did. And if you live in the United States, consider starting an LLC or an S corporation. Talk to a lawyer about this, get advice from a lawyer, get advice from a certified public accountant. I'm just telling you kind of the things that I did. So that's my disclaimer of not giving you legal advice. So I'm just talking to you kind of as a friend and a fellow creator here. And what I would suggest that you look at is you look into legitimizing your business. Follow all the state and federal guidelines regarding that. If you need a really good book for that, actually I have one for you on the shelf. In fact, I have 2 of them. Start Your Own Business, 7th edition. This is definitely a great book for planning your business. And then Starting an Online Business for Dummies. Can't go wrong with that. So I use these books as a reference and sometimes actually lend them out to people. And what I would tell you is if you get both of these books, you're gonna feel a lot more confident in protecting your money and protecting yourself from liability and having an online business and being an entrepreneur, because you're not a YouTuber. You're a creative entrepreneur. If you're not doing this as a hobby, this is a business then. And trust me, it will be taxed like one. So like I said, get some legal advice from a lawyer. You'd be surprised. Sometimes there's a lot they're willing to tell you during a free consultation. Talk to an accountant about your taxes. If you start a business, you can actually save a lot of money in deductibles. If you have a pass-through corporation, if you're in the United States, then a lot of times it's going to be taxed less than if you just did regular self-employment taxes, which will put you at a much higher tax rate. Like I said, you could end up paying double in taxes what you would pay if you were making the same salary as an employee. So really look into these things and talk to an accountant about ways to protect your money and ways that you can be investing and saving some of these earnings, because a lot of YouTubers, they get big, they blow up, and they don't realize that they owe a lot of taxes. And like I said, this is the stuff nobody wants to talk about. Try to find an accountant that is social media savvy. They're gonna really help you with making sure that, you know, all of the things that you invested in to grow this channel, to grow this audience, things that you did for product reviews, that you're getting the proper deductions on that, and that you know how to best save money for your retirement. They can even help you with bookkeeping, and also for your brand deals, having a lawyer look over the contract and making sure that you're protected is a great idea. And so you should really find a way to make that happen. Now, when you're a small YouTuber, all of this sounds really intimidating, but like I said, reach out to people for free consults and just see what you can learn from them, and buy business books and listen to business podcasts. And that goes a long way towards you just being more educated about this. I also plan to bring guests on the channel that might be able to speak to these things more in depth. I probably will interview them on the podcast channel and take snippets of it for this channel. So, you know, again, another reason to subscribe. Finally, if you made it this long, I'm gonna tell you how to make more money with AdSense, because I know that's what a lot of you have been waiting for, because that's the thing that like people don't talk about, and I'll do a dedicated video about that too. But here's what you need to understand. Go into your own YouTube analytics and look at the ad rates panel. It's the one panel I'm not allowed to show you here on YouTube, but go into your ad rates panel and you'll find something interesting. You'll be able to identify the videos on your YouTube channel that made you not only the most money, but had the highest CPM rates. And if you can identify a pattern in what makes you the highest CPM rates, regardless of how many views it gets, you should concentrate on one, promoting existing videos that have high CPM rates. If you find that you have videos that have very high CPM rates, drive more traffic to those videos, because even if they're older videos, they're your most profitable and most valuable videos right now because advertisers are spending money on them. Also, look at the type of videos that are making you the most money and see if there's a way to fit more of those into your channel. I'm not telling you to sell out and to only do videos that make you the most money, but I would prioritize doing more of those and doing them on a regular basis so that you know you have the money to support doing this full time and take care of what you need to invest back into the channel, take care of your family, make your videos better, whatever it is you need financially. You can accomplish this if you prioritize the videos that bring in the most money and the most revenue. And another thing that we learned at Vid Summit is that if you stop cursing and using profanity in your videos, then a couple of things happen. You will get more of your videos monetized. Your videos are unlikely to be demonetized, and even when they are monetized, they can make 2 to 4 times as much ad revenue if you just cut the cursing. And I wouldn't do a bleep because that still registers exactly the same way. So if you're willing to let go of cursing, and I know some of you have audiences that love that, look, do more than half of your videos with no cursing so you make money, and then throw a few bones to your audience and have videos with cursing on the videos you don't care about if they get money or views or whatever. So that's my advice. Take it or leave it. Some of you aren't gonna like it, some of you are gonna cry about it, but whatever. This was about making money. You knew what you signed up for when you clicked this video. So now you have a better understanding of how to make money on YouTube. If you don't know how to monetize and you have basic questions about that, I've already done a video about the update to the YouTube rules for monetization in 2018. And I would hope if you're clicking on this video, you already understand how monetization AdSense works. This video was not as much geared toward beginners beyond some of that business stuff. This is for people who are creators, who want to go full time, who want to make real money, who want to get out of hobby mode. And so I would hope you at least understand the basics of how AdSense and monetization works. If not, there is a video linked for you here and in the description down below if you just want to check that out and if you want an update on AdSense and monetization. Like I said, there are videos on affiliate marketing. There will be a video dedicated on doing sponsored content on YouTube. And so those things are things that are here on the channel to help you grow as a creator, to help you make more money. But again, I don't just talk about YouTube. I talk a lot about building an online business. In fact, you should probably look at this video of 10 ways to make passive income, because I think that if you're relying on YouTube, the current state of YouTube, that's really dangerous and you need to diversify. Speaking of diversifying, this video is actually sponsored, since getting sponsors actually does matter and you guys want a whole video about that, by our good friends over at TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is a platform that does actually support creators. It's by creators for creators. It's one of the best browser plugins that you can get for growing your YouTube channel. It helps not only with optimization and great SEO tools, but you can actually do a lot of great research for your titles. And I think it's really helpful. Use the new Keyword Explorer tool and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It can help you get into specifics of what topics are perfect for your audience, and it has been my secret weapon in growing this YouTube channel to well over 350,000 subscribers and still growing. So thank you to our friends at TubeBuddy for sponsoring this video. If you want a discount on TubeBuddy, go to tubebuddy.com/awesome. That is my affiliate link, and use the code Roberto's Buddy and you'll get 20% off. And I think that's gonna be really great for you. Also, you'll get free access to some samples of the YouTube Starter Kit, which is a product I made to help YouTube content creators with their thumbnails and channel artwork if they're not good at Photoshop. So those are kind of some of the perks you get with TubeBuddy, and you can go ahead and check that out in the link in the description down below. I'm also gonna link it in the info card up here for you. Question of the day: how many ways are you making money from YouTube right now? And if you're not making money from YouTube right now, let me know, what are you trying to accomplish with your YouTube channel? Leave that in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about it. And also you can ask me any of your questions about the business of YouTube, because I would love to answer those questions in another video. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff here on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.